Just visit the new CalgaryHerald.com with more of everything worth knowing.
You know, there's been a school of thought in the past that maybe that week off is not such a great thing, but you know what, you ask 8 head coaches if they'd like to have that bye, all 8 will say absolutely. I mean, this time of year there's always nicks and bruises and cuts that need to be healed up, and yeah, I don't doubt for a minute that both teams desperately want to win that game and have that bye and the right to host the West Division final on November 22nd.
The nominations came out this week. Calgary has some guys who are probably going to try and show off why they are MVP status tonight.
Yeah, you know, of the guys that were nominated, I would suspect there's probably a couple who will come out of the West Division. I really like Roughrider's chances in the most outstanding player category. I think he's had just a terrific year, and the best thing about it is he's finishing strong as well. So he's had a great year. I like Ben Archibald's chances too. That's a guy playing left tackle. I think he's been the best offensive lineman in the West Division by far this year. Just a guy who doesn't get an awful lot of publicity, but you know, that's a crucial spot on the offensive line. That left tackle spot protects the quarterback's blind side, and I think he's had a great year. So those two, I think, really have a good chance. Sandro DeAngelis at special teams, always a contender as well, but there's some good returners in this division. Hard to overlook Tristan Jackson always. The rookie, Malik Jackson, I think has been a really good story, but he doesn't have the full season going for him, so that's an issue. At defensive player, Dwight Anderson has had a great year, but that's a tough position. I don't think there's been a DB that's won the most outstanding defensive player award in something like 40 years, and it's going to be tough to go up against some of those defensive ends in this division as well. And outstanding Canadian, Dimitri Supis, what can you say about him? He's just been great for 2 years that he's been here, hasn't missed a snap, doesn't miss a play, just a real durable guy on that offensive line.
Last year we were talking about the Stampeders not getting any respect. This year, they're not going unnoticed.
They're not going unnoticed, but at the end of the day, too, I mean, I'm not sure that they're a gimme in any award for. You can't make the argument, for instance, that Joffrey Reynolds has had a clearly better season than Anthony Calvillo. I won't listen to that argument. I'd say they're on a par at best, but I mean, AC has just been outstanding for the Alouettes this year. All the awards go out the window tonight at Mosaic Stadium. Obviously, this is a game both teams want, and just a fascinating rivalry this year. Absolutely, Saskatchewan hasn't lost against the Stampeders. Of course, they got the last-minute win in Calgary, and then that amazing tie here in Calgary as well. So yeah, just a fascinating rivalry. I have to think that the Saskatchewan injuries are going to catch up with them sometime. I mean, they've lost so many players to injury over and over and over again. Each week there's a fresh face on their injured list, and it's a lot to ask of that team. I don't think there's a team that shows more character, more guts than the Roughriders this year. They've just been amazing, getting the most out of the players they have. But I really believe that at the end of the day, that skill will win a game like that, and I think I truly believe the Stampeders have better skill.